Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Any health recovery is day to day. Now, you know I'm doing a lot more talking about health and everything, especially after, my stroke from back in October. And in my view, I'm getting better and better every day. And and I said I'll be talking about that more and really promoting, not just recovery, but prevention as best as possible, health issues. So I'm not 100% yet. I'm closer than I was a couple months ago, closer than every day I'm getting better. But that's the whole thing. It's day to day. It's day to day. And that's, I'm using my own example, recovering from a stroke, but then there's been other people recovering from strokes, or it could be a major operation, anything. But it's a day-to-day thing because look, I'm just be straight up with you. There were some days I was just like, man, especially when I was at, at the rehab place, some days I'd be sitting there like, man, will I be able to eat again? Yeah, incidentally, been eating because remember a couple weeks ago I said I had dysphagia, trouble swallowing. That's better. I can eat. In fact, put on a few pounds since then. I can eat better. I just have to go through a test and everything to make it official. But that was still day to day. Or even walking. I said at one point I couldn't walk. At one point I couldn't walk. Seriously, I had to have help just using a damn toilet, a porta potty and stuff, standing up and everything. And shoot, even in rehab, I fell one time and a couple nurses tore into me. They said, shoot, you ain't supposed to be, moving around by yourself like this and everything. But then even there, I would start walking a little bit. Now, I can walk for the most part without a cane now, but when I go out, I still have a cane. But about a month or so ago, I had to use walkers. I still get the walkers here, but they just collecting dust right now. I just still have them around just in case. Cause even walking now, I can still feel a little wobble. And and just to be clear, having balance and everything is very important. Very important. See, that's that. And there's a lot of people going through that one. A lot of people. And then, or it could be something else. It could be whatever. Some people, like one of the things I had to take was occupational therapy. Occupational just means something as simple as putting on your damn pants, getting stuff out the kitchen cabinet. And trust me, my therapist had me practicing those things. Seriously, I had to show him I could put on my pants okay. I even had to stimulate being able to get into a bathtub. I had to stimulate it. That's how it was. That's how it was. Because there was a point, even taking a shower, I had to have a couple nurses in there. So, but it's day to day. Now it's okay. Because even with my shower now, when I first came home, I had a seat in there. Because I could do a seated shower. Now I don't need a seat in there anymore. But that was still day to day. The eating thing is day to day. I ain't throwing down like some buffalo wings or something like that, or a 2-piece with mambo sauce or a cheesesteak. I always joke about that with my speech therapist, but just I can eat some stuff. That's slowly getting better and everything, but it's day to day. See, I'm gonna tell you what. If you're going through something, I know it's going to be some days you're going to be like, oh shit, what's up? And unfortunately, there's some people, once they get caught up, they stay that way. Like somebody had, like I said, since I, freely shared, being very transparent about what I'm going through, so people are sharing in comments what either they going through or what one of their relatives is going through. Somebody had written that they had a relative who, they had a stroke, but they were refusing therapy. And they just had a lot of anger with them. Now they can't move on their whole right side, but they could have been, because it's going to take. You're not going to if you're in a position where you can't move or you can't do something. It ain't going to change up just like that. It'd be nice. Oh no, you gotta want it. First of all, you gotta have the attitude of no, I'm gonna get better. Like my attitude now, like I said a few months ago, I couldn't even walk. My attitude is at some point I'm gonna be doing a full sprint. That's my attitude. I'm gonna get to the point I'm doing a full sprint. That's my attitude. And you know, as far as hitting the gym and all of that, I don't know if I'm gonna hit 300 pounds yet, mainly because I'm older and I'm not getting paid for it. But still gonna be able to do what, that 225. So I mean, and that's something right there. But it's still day to day, because even when I go hard in the gym, start going hard in the gym, I'm not gonna go in there and just grab like, you know, the 50-pound dumbbells or anything like that. I'll probably start with the 5-pound dumbbells. And people might say, oh, that's low. I say, no, you start from 0, you know, and then day to day build back up to the 50. You know, and that's how you gotta be, you know. And look, let me be clear about it. Any health can hit anybody. A health issue, health emergency can hit anybody. Shoot, you might not even be like something within. You could be in a major accident. You can hit that anytime. You know, there's so many people going through stuff. Shoot, unfortunately, there's babies out there. They born with some stuff, going through cancer and everything. Like I saw this thing about this. They were showing this kid. He was in a hospital. Now I could tell he couldn't eat because he had like this thing in his nose. When you had one of those, that means you can't eat regular. Because I had one before. I had the feeding tube that I had to have surgically put in. That's what they started me with, to make sure I was still getting some nutrients and stuff. So, but I'm seeing some, you know, some pics and videos of some babies with it. In fact, one of the therapists, one of the physical therapists at my at my rehab, she was telling me how her baby was born with some stuff. He couldn't eat regular food until he was 8. He couldn't eat regular food till he was 8. So it can hit anybody. So don't have that attitude, it won't hit you. Now you still want to do preventative stuff and everything. But if it hits you, it hits you. Just know that you can like take care of it, but it got to be day to day, and you got to stick with it, because it's really going to be some days that you're going to be like, oh man, because I have no problems admitting it. I was like, no, I got to eat. I got to eat. But there was some days I was like, damn, what if I try not to think about it, but you know, negative shit going to come in every now and then. It was like, damn, what if I got to use this shit the rest of my life? I was like, damn, you imagine that? And then you watching everybody around you eat, shoot, man, you know. But day to day, got to the point it wasn't an issue. Now the next person might not have that attitude, but that's the important thing you gotta have. You gotta have the attitude that no matter what, you can get better. I don't care who you are, what the situation is. I don't even care what a doctor tell you. There's been plenty of people been told by a doctor, oh, you're going to die in a few months, or this going to happen, this going to happen. And they were just like, fuck that. The doctors don't know. You know, they were just like, nah, I'm going to still do some stuff. I've seen stories about that. They be told, oh, you only have a few months to live. So they just go out and still did their thing. End up living, stuff be in remission and everything. Because the doctors at the end of the day can only give you a prognosis, but it's up to you. See, it's up to you to decide you're going to live. You're going to do what the things you got to do. All right? And it's day to day. Just take it day to day. Just say whatever you did yesterday, okay, you did this. Like I'll use the walk-in thing. When I was at the rehab, I just would walk from my bed. I actually would practice walking from my bed to the window. Just open up the shades. That was maybe... That was less than 10 yards and stuff, or a few feet, but that was something. Now, you know, now I can walk, shit, I'll be walking around without, like I said, my cane. Even when I'm out with a cane, sometimes I just put it on my shoulder, just be walking, you know? But I'm gonna get to the point I don't even have to carry that. But you gotta take it day by day, day to day, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. All right, so anybody going through anything right now, man, hey, man, like I said, one of the reasons I'm being transparent is I want to let you know, hey, if your Uncle Rom going through doing his work, you can do the work too. So any of y'all, you don't have to put anything in the comments. You're going through something, It could have been a stroke, heart thing, major operation, accident, diabetes, whatever. You can get through it, okay? All right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.